Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Sexy Brutale. My name is Subtlestrife, and I shall be your host this evening. It is my fond hope that you enjoy a great night of fun and frivolity, so, without any further ado, let us get this show on the road. Right, so here we are. This is my video on why I think you should be playing the Sexy Brutale, because this is a game that has been quite widely overlooked, and I think quite wrongly. It's most likely because of its name, but it is an absolutely amazing game. I have 100% completed it, and it's essentially a puzzle game, so I can't really show you too much of it without spoiling it for you. But what I will show you is just this first tutorial section, which is the first puzzle, as it were, which isn't really much of a spoiler because it's basically handed to you on a silver platter as part of the tutorial, and that'll help you get an idea for how this game works, because it's a little tricky to describe. So let's go ahead and get on with things. So yeah, you wake up in this room. Very little explanation as to what's going on. There's that weird lady. Said something about never taking my mask off and all that, so let's get on with the game. So open the door, here we go, and we can look through keyholes, and there we have a fellow guest at this masquerade ball. And the puzzle elements of this game is you've got to basically save the other guests. Oh, yep, we can listen out to hear things. Follow him through the door, okay. And look through that keyhole, okay. So you have to figure out what's going on and how to save the various guests. And the trick to it is to, well, work out what's happening. Because this game has got a very interesting aspect to it of time looping, Groundhog Day style. So that's what it meant by you have all the time in the world. Oh, hello. Something's going on. We can't see what's going on. We can't see who's over there. But something's gonna happen. Okay. There we go. So, we know that this guy gets shot by someone over here, but we don't know who. Okay, and now we wake up in a different part of the mansion. Okay. Oh, he is coming. Hide. Okay. Better do that then. And okay, here we have someone new. Okay. So this guy's gonna take that gun and walk off over there. So that's what I meant about the Groundhog Day style stuff. Because, yeah, this is clearly before he shot him. We've gone back in time now. So now we can look over here and see that it's him who shoots him. So we now know that that guy goes into the room, grabs the gun, comes through into here, and shoots this man. Like so. Now we have to figure out how to stop him from doing that in order to save this guy's life. Simple enough, right? You just stop the guy from getting the gun. Or not. If we're in the same room as any of the other guests or staff, we get attacked by their mask, like that. However, the people are completely unaware of what happened. Basically what happens is time stops and the mask will attack you. Ah yes, the pocket watch. And this pocket watch is important because it gives us mastery over time. What it does is it lets us reset the day to 12 PM. Yep, list of guests we're trying to save. Blah de blah de blah. So, now we know pretty much all the pertinent details. We know that that man is going to be shot in the chapel area just a little bit before 5 o'clock. Well, around 4 o'clock, as you can see on the pocket watch in the bottom right there. We also know that that other guy is going to come along and take the gun and use it. Oh, yep. Shows you about this. So we have a time scrubber here that we can use to see the movements of people throughout the day. So if I go and wander around a bit, here we go. We're gonna watch him for a bit more. There we go. Now if I look on my map, I can scrub backwards through time and see he comes in around 12:25, wanders down the corridor a bit, and goes into that other corridor at around 12:40-ish. So that's an important aspect of this game. So as I was saying, we got to figure out how to save him. And unfortunately, the easy way of doing things, like going in there and telling him that he's going to get shot, don't go in there, or trying to stop the guy from shooting him, won't work because we can't do anything when we're in the same room as another guest or member of staff. So the trick is to find a way to save him indirectly. Well, that's interesting. Something just dropped out of that safe. Maybe we should go take a look at that. A blank cartridge. Ah-ha-ha. If we look at it in the inventory, make a loud noise, but no actual round will be fired. And so it all comes together. what we can do is we can load the rifle with a blank. Oops. Helps if I actually have the item selected. There we go. Load the rifle with a blank. And then we'll see what happens. Ah, this is a little different, isn't it? So there we have it. By loading it with a blank, we've given him enough time to react and save his life. And off comes the mask. Also, have I mentioned how awesome this soundtrack is? Just listen to that. We now have the fixed pocket watch, which lets us go through an entire day, well, 12 hours, 12 PM till midnight. And thus, Reginald Sixpence has been saved. And that was, in effect, the first puzzle of the game. So we can now take his mask. There we go. And that gives us access to his special power. So every guest in the mansion has a special ability that they have. And if you get their mask by saving them, you gain that ability. And so this game has sort of Metroidvania-esque elements whereby there's certain parts of the mansion you can't get to until you've gotten the right mask. And so now the day resets once more. Let it load up a bit. There we go. And here we are in the main entranceway of the mansion. And that is the end of the tutorial section, so that's pretty much where this video will end, but I will make a couple of additional observations for you. Firstly, if you're playing this game, don't try and think you're going to be saving everybody. It's physically impossible to save everyone. You just have to focus on saving each guest individually. And I can show you exactly why, because if I use my new ability to advance time... Did you hear that? That was a gunshot. Indeed, that was Sixpence getting shot again. Because by rewinding time, we reset the day back to how it was originally, which means that we haven't put the blank into the gun yet. And in order to save him, we'd have to put the blank into the gun. So in order to save every guest, you'd have to do every solution to every puzzle over the course of the day, and that's just not possible. So the trick is to focus on saving each guest individually. And the whole point of the game isn't to save the guests, it's to figure out how to get out of this time loop. You're trying to escape the mansion, because there's no door out. So the aim is not to save everyone, but to save yourself, essentially, as cruel as that sounds. And yeah, the other part is enjoy the music, because just listen to this stuff. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you are a bit more informed as to what the Sexy Brutale is and decide to try and pick it up. And until next time, stay bad.